So I'm going to do my introductory speech on why exactly I decided to start going to college. Because about 2 years ago, I had absolutely no interest in going to college. So it started when I was on vacation. It was a Friday night, and 1 beer led to 2 beers, and 2 beers led to 3, and 3 beers led to 5 beers, and 5 beers led to 7. You get the point. So I was very intoxicated. I ended up posting a picture on Instagram that said, with every like on this picture, I'll post a confession that I have. So as the likes started coming in, I started posting confessions on my Instagram. And there was this girl, whose name I'm not gonna say, obviously, and I thought she was cute. So one of the confessions that I posted on my Instagram, I tagged this girl, and I said that I thought she was the cutest girl on my Instagram out of all of the people that I followed, and out of all of the people that followed me. She ended up private messaging me, and we ended up talking, way more drunk than I should have been, trying to have a conversation with somebody. The whole conversation was me just trying to convince her to let me cook her tacos, because I thought I cooked good tacos. I think we ended the conversation around like 2 a.m. I woke up the next morning, and I read all the messages that I sent her. Super embarrassing, but I was convinced that this girl was done and I was never gonna make her tacos. About a week later, she ended up messaging me again on Instagram, and she asked me when was taco night? When was I gonna come make her tacos? Like, mind blown, right? Long story short, I ended up making her tacos. I asked her about her job and what she was doing in school, and she had like a super cool job. I worked at IHOP at the time, so that wasn't a cool job. And like, during all these interesting facts that she was sharing about herself, it just dawned on me that I had nothing interesting to say back about myself. Like, I wasn't in school, I had a horrible job. Well, it wasn't a bad job, but like, you know, you can't brag about being a server at IHOP. No plans on going to school. So like, at that moment, I was like, this girl's way out of my league. She's gonna be graduating college in a few years. Well, probably shorter than that, but you get what I'm saying. Super cool job that can lead to a very promising career. And here I am, like, still living with my parents, not going to school, serving pancakes for a living. So anyways, yeah, it just dawned on me that like, this girl was super out of my league. There's no way she'd be interested in me. I should go to college. I ended up leaving, I went home, and I registered for classes the next day. Probably not the best motive or reasons to sign up for college, because that's a pretty big commitment to make. Me and that girl ended up not having anything to do with each other. She stopped talking to me. It might have been the tacos. I don't know. So I'll admit that I certainly didn't register for college with the best intentions. I mean, I didn't register thinking that this girl was gonna like me because I was going to college, but I just realized that I was a loser, and I was gonna be a loser until I decided to do something with my life. So I would say that the main drive for going to college wasn't the girl at all. It was just to better myself. I guess I just came to the realization that college was a good idea. Now I'm here. So I think that wraps up the story. I'm glad you guys listened, and hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna go now. I spilled my drink.